Ooh, welcome back. Welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to Mars Horizon. We reached episode 2. um, Last time we did the tutorial. Now the race to the moon is officially underway. And in this video, we are probably going to build our first satellite, and if we have time, we are going to launch it. So stick around, everybody. Okay, so here we are in our main menu. We still have all of the objectives that we have to reach there on the right of the screen. And we are still researching, as you can see, the artificial satellite mission that is going to launch the first satellite into space. So we have a funding review in 9 months, which, depending on the happiness of the public towards us, we would increase. Okay. Artificial satellite research complete in the following month. An essential first step in any space program, the first agency to launch a satellite into a stable orbit around Earth will take a prominent early lead in the space race. Okay. Dawn of spaceflight. As rocket technology advances, so does the prospect of exploring beyond confines of our planet. Yet, the public continue to question whether the fledgling agencies can overcome the dangers of spaceflight. We have unlocked the moon. Okay, we can now see the moon and start planning mission towards it. That's gonna be pretty fun. We're gonna have to work our way towards it, though. We're still a little we're still a little early for that. We're going to have a lot of things to research and to build to get to the crew moon landing. Okay. So let's go back to our planet Earth and see what we can do there. We basically need to research the mission payload. That means Ezro 2B that you can see here, which is the satellite itself. So we're going to start researching this, a small cylindrical satellite carrying basic X-ray and cosmic ray detectors. Payload reliability 65%. Okay, let's go ahead and research it. Let's go to next month. And just like that, in 1 month, we have researched the satellite, which is built and ready to go. Now that the artificial satellite mission payload is ready, we need a bigger rocket to launch it, because a sounding rocket, a test rocket, is not gonna be strong enough, it's not gonna do the work. So let's get to vehicle. First, let me see here what the suggested first, let me see here what the other people are doing. China is launching the first rocket. Russia is launching the first rocket in 2 months. Russia in 4, Japan in 5, and NASA is in last place. Is gonna launch in 7 months. Okay. Talking about the artificial satellite, here we have the suggested mission vehicle parts, which are the minimal requirements that our satellite needs to complete the mission. And those are, as you can see, a bigger rocket, a bigger booster, and a bigger upper stage. So we are gonna have to research each and every one of them before we can build our rocket that is going to launch our satellite. The booster is the first that I'm going to choose. and we're going to move on to next month, where we have finished the research itself. A small early liquid fuel rocket based on earlier sounding rocket designs. Okay, let's do the same with the upper stage. Now, as you can see, we unlocked even more bigger boosters that we're going to need in the future. Let's go to next month. Somebody will have to launch now, right? No, not yet. Oh yeah, okay. China's launching now, and everybody now is working towards the artificial satellite mission. Everyone is completing the required research to launch the mission, as we are. So we don't know yet who's gonna uh, launch first. Okay, let's move on. Topaz research is complete, which is the upper stage capable of lifting basic satellites into low orbit. Just what we want. China completed the launch. China launched, and they were successful in doing so. So China is the second nation to reach space. Soviet Union would do the same in 1 month, and NASA still has 4 months. Wow, they're starting very slowly. Okay, let's go to research. Let's get to building missions. What are we going to do next? Do you want to go lunar orbit, or do you want to send an animal in space? Now I know that this is also an ethical choice, but we need to know how a rocket is going to sustain life in space. That was the main goal when they decided to launch an animal in space. Achieving lunar orbit is not going to be crucial for our lunar crew landing, because as you can see, we can go on just by needing one of the two. We are going to, for both missions, we are going to have to build a payload for it, and I really don't know. I'm going to choose lunar orbit for now, just because you know what? Yeah, we need to know. We need to know how to sustain life in space. So I'm sorry, but I'm going to launch an animal. It's a tough choice to make, but we gonna have to learn how to sustain life before we send a human. Soviet Union launched, okay. Japan is going to launch now. The USA still have 2 months, and nobody yet has worked on the scheduling of the launch of a satellite. Oh, China is launching in just about a year. We can plan the mission now. Okay, we have built everything, and we can plan the mission now, which is very important. And we are going to have to race with China, because I don't know if we can make it in 12 months. Okay, let's plan the mission. Select the payload, which is going to be the satellite. There you go. Okay, now we have various versions that we can build. We can build one focused on power, or on comms, which is going to reduce the layer. Each and every version of the satellite is gonna give us one positive and one negative. We don't really have the facilities yet to work with those. We are going to still launch a standard satellite. As you can see, there's no crew in it, so no human being is going to be inside. I'm going to choose this because we cannot afford to have any negatives or any positive for that matter. I don't want to risk losing this. Still, we are early on in the game. We have little money and uh, little chances to improve our percentage of reliability. So I'm going to go with a normal satellite that we are just going to build, and it's going to be ready in a couple of months. Uh, Nobody else is launching here. We are scheduling mission planning underway for us. USA, Russia, and Japan are still researching. Okay, we're researching the animal space too. It's a low risk mission, so we should be good. Should be. Okay, let's move on. Okay, the satellite is going to be ready in 2 months. Probably next month, the animal and space mission will be researched. And we're having a funding review for 1958. People love us. We upgraded to level 2, which means that now we have 75k per month and 1 plus 125 in terms of people reception of our agency. So that's a positive. Okay, 75k per month is pretty good at the moment. Animal in space research complete. Launching an animal into space provides crucial testing of life support system. That was I was going to say, without risking astronauts. They can also be sent in smaller spacecraft, and they don't necessarily need to be brought back to Earth. Yeah, that's what happened in real life with the Russian program um, of launching animals, and that's most likely what's gonna happen here. I hate to do this, but we need to. Okay, Russia planned a satellite launch in 13 months, so a little more than a year. We are going to beat Russia. I don't know if we're going to beat China. No research set. So we need to research. And for now, I'm going to research the spacecraft assembly facility. Probably the rocket test bed. A rocket test bed will allow further and more rigorous vehicle engine tests, resulting in more reliable launches. That's what I'm going to use, because we need to have reliability at least for the launch once we get to bigger missions. Okay, the satellite is ready. It's here. It looks like this. Okay. Our engineers project lower than expected vehicle development costs. Okay, yet it will take more time to adapt the vehicle for the required launch configuration. So as they built it, they found out they were going to uh, need less money than we expected. So that's great, but it's gonna take more time. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. We can we can work with that. These are going to happen as we build stuff, and as we go on with the missions. We are going to have positive and negative events that are going to possibly shape and change our whole experience and timing of the launch. Okay, let's design the rocket that is going to launch our satellite to space now. Upper stage booster, we need both. Let's select our booster. Now, when building our launch vehicle, we need to take into consideration the weight of the thing that we're going to launch, whatever it is, of the payload that we're going to launch, whatever it is. and the booster and the upper stage need to be capable of having a bigger thrust than the weight of the the object that we're going to launch. We have all of sorts of crazy designs that we can choose from, but for now, the only one that we researched was this: a small early liquid fuel rocket based on earlier sounding rocket designs. 65% launch reliability already from this thing, which is absolutely great. Um, okay, let's select it. Now we need to select the upper stage, which is the one that we previously unlocked. Let me see here. Let me show you a couple of different designs that we have for now that we still cannot build. This is a bigger one. Look at those. This is the sounding rocket. Okay, this is the one that we have ready for this launch, and the one that we researched. They fit and they match completely because this is a real rocket that actually really launched a satellite for the ESA. Okay, the booster upper stage mass, the launch pad required. We all meet the requirements for this rocket to launch. We are going to have to wait 3 months before it's built, and it's gonna cost us 55k. Okay. Alright. I reveal trait. Your engineers will deliver a construction report once it's completed. We still have maybe need to increase the reliability a little. We have 63%, which is good, but not enough. In 3 months, we're going to be ready. NASA has launched the first rocket in space. Finally, Japan has planned to launch the satellite in 11 months. Okay. People are starting to plan the launch. We still did not. Hmm. This is going to be a little concerning. I don't know if we can beat Russia. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back and go to the next month. We have 3 until the rocket is ready. The test bed is now ready and we can build it. And we're going to select where we're going to build it. So it's gonna cost us 75k. It's going to help us with launch reliability. So that's why I wanted to choose a rocket test pad to build, and that's why we are going to build it before the rocket is built, because we can increase the launch reliability of the satellite that we are going to launch very soon. So depending on where we place it is going to cost us less or more, depending on how many trees we're going to disrupt, and also it gives us bonus says depending on where we are going to place it. Okay, let's go to research. We can possibly research new rockets, but I want to research Eden, which is the payload that is gonna deliver our animal in space. Okay, let's go to next month. NASA is launching the satellite in 10 months. Okay, they're speeding up. Here's a rocket. The vehicle is complete finally. We have it right here in our hangar. And hey, our engineers managed to optimize the vehicle attitude control systems, which will improve launch stability. So already we are getting up with launch reliability by 5%. Good freaking news. Okay. Complete the artificial satellite mission is the last thing we need. If we go on rocketry here in the Spacepedia, what did I want to show you? Payload. Here we go. This is the satellite that we're going to launch. If you wanna read something about the historical context or something more about this satellite in particular, you can read that there. You have a couple of informations. I'm going to. You have a couple of information. I'm going to keep it on screen for a little while so you can stop and read if you want. And let's go on. And hey, if you're still there, please subscribe to the channel, hit that notification button. You know the drill, right? You made it this far, you might as well, huh? Okay, 7 months. We are approaching a dangerous moment. 69% is going to be the launch reliability, and 65% is going to be the payload reliability we once we start the satellite. So we can launch it in September, I think, which is the best date for us. It's an optimal launch date. It's still green. In October, November, and December, we will have a less launch reliability because of the weather. We can possibly try in August or July, because if it's raining or if we have bad weather, we can always reschedule to September. We can always have, a parachute date that will still have the same optimal launch date, but still before the others. So we're going to launch on July 1958, and mission operations have proved, and we'll start the preparations for it. In 1 month, we're going to have the rocket test pad complete. Okay, so if we stay true to schedule, we're going to launch in 2 months. And yeah, I think I spoke enough. I have talked and yapped for too long. I'm going to see you guys next video where we are going to launch our first satellite. I hope to see you guys there. Please take care. Enjoy your day. Bye bye.